Predictably, you do not understand the true value of this tower. It is key to unlocking a bridge across space and time itself. Fools, you've ruptured the fuel lines. I must repair it. Insecticons, deal with the Autobots. All hail Megatron. I've built a replica of the tower I found in the Sea of Rust. The ancients used it to unlock space portals in high orbit over Cybertron. Affirmative. The world is primitive, but rich with raw energy. All that we require now is a space transport with a strong enough power core to fly us there. Shockwave's log. Now that the Nemesis is ready for launch, Megatron can proceed with his exploration of the target planet. The subject continues to resist every test. I suspect they were administered incorrectly. We shall see, Sharpshot. Shockwave's log 77839. The subject's core functions are operating within tolerable levels, despite complications encountered during microsurgery. Subject's power readings have increased tenfold, thanks to my rerouting energon feeds from all but the most basic of cerebrocircuitry. Hardshell, administer stress test 87B. In due time, Sharpshot. Insecticons, follow me. Welcome, Grimlock. Your attempt to rescue your friend was easily predicted. I've siphoned your cerebral circuitry to push additional power to combat-related functions. Frankly, I'm amazed you can even talk. 98.7% of your redesign is dedicated to the total destruction of your enemy. I expected better. I will continue to monitor your progress with great interest. As Cybertron's core continues to shut down, more and more subterranean lifeforms have surfaced looking for energon. These Insecticons come in many variations. This one is but a simple drone. My research has revealed Insecticons have the capacity to ingest 95% of known matter and reshape it to a crude form of their choosing. Though they cannot sustain themselves through this process, it allows them to build structures of massive proportions. Insecticons communicate on a specific ultrasonic frequency. I have found I can manipulate 85.7% of their species through this method, the exceptions being Hardshell, Sharpshot, and Kickback. Those anomalies appear to be more evolved and require more finesse in their manipulation. Remarkably, Insecticons are able to clone themselves, though each generation removed from the original proves to be progressively inferior. Looking to improve upon their simple design, I've augmented the strength of select Insecticon swarmers. I call this new breed Bruisers. Hardshell prefers advanced combat strategy and weaponry, as opposed to relying on his natural instinct. He is a most dangerous adversary. My research indicates Kickback may be another one of the original Insecticons. His mind and thought processes have proven psychotic and unpredictable. By far the most dangerous Insecticon, Sharpshot enjoys torturing his prey with electricity. Allow me to introduce Hardshell. He should prove a most formidable opponent with which to test you. Grimlock, I see you've made your way to the lower depths of my tower. But your combat efficiency has only marginally improved. Your failure to change forms hinders your progress. The Insecticon Kickback has volunteered to assist you in unlocking your full potential. This primitive world is quite volatile. Its surface teems with volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. Shockwave's log 7723A. The target planet is rich with raw energy, but also infested with primitive carbon-based life forms. Oddly, the target world's surface is not composed of metal. Most of its ore lies closer to its hot magma core. Our target world displays early forms of carbon-based life, both botanical and reptilian. The space bridge portal will save valuable energon resources by warping the essence of space itself to bring the planet within reach. I have examined the DNA of the target world's most ferocious creatures and used it for inspiration in my latest experiments. Though physically powerful, this form lacks any intelligence to pose a threat to Decepticons. However, it has also proven to be among the most vicious of those that I've researched. My aim is to merge its design with one of my Autobot test subjects. This particular carbon design is very different from the others. Its wingspan grants it impressive flight capability, not unlike some designs I've seen in ancient Cybertronian archives. Early diagnostics show this carbon design would make an acceptable ramming device. The 3 horns atop the head would also allow the creature to skewer its opponents with relative ease. My tests have shown this carbon design has proven to be remarkably resilient to blunt trauma. It withstood testing for better than 700,000 megacycles before expiring. Shockwave's log. This design was potentially powerful. Unfortunately, the test subject never survived the initial Insecticon attack. You didn't think I'd build something so powerful such as you, and not have a way to control it. Now, sit there like a good pet while I finish my work. Megatron, I have successfully opened a bridge to the target world. The portal is stable and ready for you. As you wish, Megatron. Shockwave out. Impossible. I am annoyed by the perceived value of this inconsequential Energon Lake. It is but a minuscule puddle compared to what the tower next to it can truly give us. Inferior minds like Starscreams have misjudged this structure as a simple Energon refinery. However, my research has revealed it to be so much more. The ancients built it to tear the fabric of space and time itself, and open gateways to distant galaxies high in the orbit of Cybertron. I look forward to exploring this technology. Perhaps we can find another world with resources and energy we could use to reboot Cybertron's core. Give a Decepticon a piece of Energon, and he will function well for 1 cycle. Give a Decepticon access to a space bridge, and he will thrive for a lifetime. Starscream needs to stop staring at the lake and lift his gaze to the heavens. For amongst the stars lie oceans of untapped Energon. What an unexpected surprise. A small team of Autobots have been captured by my Insecticons. Their leader, Grimlock, is an impressive specimen indeed. I will enjoy breaking them all. Advisory to all Decepticons within range of this transmission. Space bridge testing set to commence in 20 microcycles. Significant turbulence should be expected. Those with fragile fuses may wish to connect with an auxiliary ground wire to the nearest metal structure. Lab report log 11108. Shockwave reporting the discovery of a green-blue planet some million light cycles away. Initial spectrographic reports confirm extraordinary levels of Energon, high enough to support Cybertronian life on its surface. Lab report 1154. Target planet observation continuing. Fascinating life forms discovered. Seldom have I seen a being so elegantly brutal as this 3-horned, armor-plated quadrupod. Exact dimensions and scale noted for future possible drone or even Decepticon redesign. Lab report 1161. Experimentation continues. Effectively meshed Autobot source code with the most ferocious of creatures detected on target planet. 2 powerful hind legs, a heavy tail to act as a counterbalance to the longest and heaviest jaw I have seen. Splice made with Autobot soldier Grimlock. Further strength harvested by rerouting power from Central Intelligence Processing System to legs, jaws, and arms. Lab report 1162. Source code of Autobot Bruiser combined with a large shell-backed creature with 6 spiny legs. The natural curves of the creature's exoskeleton are stunning in their elegance. Together with a seemingly innate attack instinct, this hybrid species should prove formidable indeed. Lab report 1163. Spitter. The name says it all. The most direct and simple combination of this series of experiments. After discovering a flying, lightweight Insecticon-like creature in the wilds of the target planet, only slight source code modifications were necessary to optimize new species for combat and reconnaissance. Lab report 1164. With thin membranes stretched from its frail arms to its narrow torso, together with its razor-sharp jaws, the naturally occurring creature seems almost perfectly designed to bring death from above. Almost. With only minor modifications to the Autobot swoop source code, true perfection appears attained. Lab Report 1165. Its front protected by a triple spiked shield, and from the rear by a spiked whip-like tail, make for an excellent defensive design worthy of serious consideration. Steps have been taken to alter the source code of the subject, Slug, to approximate the naturally occurring species. Lab Report 1166. A second heavily armored defense weapon might be inspired by this strangely armor-spined creature. Attempts are underway at present to fashion a true beast of burden through extensive manipulation of the Autobot Snarl's source code. Shockwave's log. Inspired by my enhancements on the Autobots, I have decided to create a few upgrades for my personal arsenal. When finished, this gun could generate power to rival even Megatron's.